Can a man really find a good reason to kill his own mother? So in this video, we are going to answer that question in the story of Hederic the Theocrat. So welcome back guys to my channel, so strap in and let's begin. Now Hedric's parents left the city of Kargoth and founded their own little village and dedicated it to the worship of the false god Teolithy, and Hedric was born in this village. He had one older sister that ran away after their mother plotted and killed their own father due to a dispute that they had over their false god. Now as Hedric grew up, he was kind of a miscreant and an entitled one at that. So his mother banished him from the town, hoping that he will learn humility on the road. Now in his travels, he met a seeker priest named Tersinon. Hedric learns everything he can from the priest, starting to admire the false gods as true gods, and becoming a priest himself. After some time, he came back to his old village, and his sister shortly after joined them, but she came back as a white-robed wizard, and Hedric felt betrayed by this, as the Seekers despised all spellcasters. Yet his mentor, Tersinon, fell in love with his sister, and she with him. Hedric confronts both of them, disappointed in his mentor and despising his own sister. The couple, not wanting to fight him, elected to leave. And as they were departing, Hedric managed to place his hands on an artifact his sister was carrying. This artifact, called the Diamond Dragon, gave Hedric mind control over the village of Garlud, the village his parents created. Now with this newfound power, he managed to rouse up the villagers and make them kill his own mother. And after that, he ordered the two brothers, Willard and Gerard, together with another villager named Perrin, to kill every sinner in the village. And once their job was done, he ordered Perrin to murder both of the brothers and then drown himself. Finally, Hedric felt that he had cleansed his past, leaving the village behind with his past, looking for a new future with the Seekers. So for the next few decades, Hedric becomes a wandering Seeker priest, moving from town to town, village to village, spreading the words of the Seekers. He gets the nickname the Holy Wanderer, and by the year 322, he is invited to join the High Seeker Council in Haven by Elistan himself, the founder of the Seekers. Now about 20 years later, Hedric departs towards Solas, trying to create a new sect of the Seekers in the city, erecting a huge building for the worship of the Seekers, from which he intends to start his inquisition against the sinners of Solas. Now during this time, a Kender manages to steal away the Diamond Dragon from Hedric, and as that happens, a black-robed wizard kills him. The Kender, feeling bad and sorry for the dead Hedric, he returns the artifact to him, and in turn the artifact brings him back to life. Now at this time, his sister has already married his old mentor, and together they tried to stop him from becoming evil, well, more evil. Yet they failed from stopping him from becoming the High Theocrat of Solas. But they did manage to steal back the Diamond Dragon. But at this stage of his life, Hedric didn't care. He said it didn't matter anymore. He already achieved his goal. He had true power over the people, without the need to mind control them. As the War of the Lance is starting, Hedric is at the peak of his power in Solas. He hires troops of goblins and hobgoblins to be his muscle, and commander among them is Toad. Yet in one fateful night in the year 351, he went to his usual drinking hall, which was of course the Inn of the Last Home. And while he was there, he managed to trip into the fireplace, burning himself horribly. Seeing a man in need, the Kender Tesselhoff Barefoot grabs the blue crystal staff from Goldmoon, knocking him out of the fire, and in a flash of blue light, the crystal staff heals him. Now this act horrifies Hedric, as he understands that this is the sign of the return of the true gods. He immediately claims that this was all witchcraft, so he plunges his hand back into the fire, saying that he is purging the evil out of him by burning his own flesh. And as he is screaming in agony, calling for the guards to arrest the companions, who ended up escaping, he sets out his hobgoblins looking for them throughout the town. Now after the Red Army conquers Solas and Verminard takes control of it, Hedric is sent out to the slave mines himself, even though he did have an agreement with them and he was supposed to be spared any sort of agony. And after a long time working in the mines, he is finally freed by the heroes of the lands, who free him and the rest of Solas's refugees, escaping to a valley in the mountain. Now as they are there, he is trying to spread hatred and misunderstanding between the people of Absentina and the plain folk Goldmoon and Riverwind, and when he sees that his control over the people is diminishing, he elects to stay and hide in the caverns in the valley when the Red Dragon army discover them, and even offering to surrender to them, hoping that they will show him mercy and maybe reinstate him to a status of power. Yet when all of those plans of his failed, he did join the refugees and traveled to Thurbadin and stayed there until the end of the war, and what became of him after the war is largely unknown. Now I hope you enjoyed that video guys, and we will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day.